oh, if I insulted you or whatnot in another language, it wouldn't even affect you because you can't even understand it. Words have no meaning unless you put
meaning to them.
What's going on, guys? Episode 9 of the Detour Podcast. Before we get into this segment of today, we're going to jump in a recap of what we did this past weekend.
Yes, we are.
So, Noah, how about you start us off? Tell us what you did.
I've donated more plasma.
Hey, there you go.
I'm halfway through. I'm a little bit more than halfway as of yesterday.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, not too bad. I don't know, just kind of, I did chores, my laundry, relaxed. It was just more of those, like, I just needed like a weekend to do whatever I wanted with nobody breathing down my neck about anything. Yeah, because I feel like every weekend there's always something I'm doing, but this weekend I kind of just
focused on you.
I hung out, did my thing. I've been to the gym once this week.
Okay.
I'm actually going after this.
Okay. Nice,
Got to get back up in that grind because I've been very slacking, and I've lost 5 pounds.
Really? No way. That's probably all muscle because we have both been slacking.
I don't know. I also didn't eat much over this weekend because I haven't grocery shopped yet. So I'm just like...
You've been procrastinating that as well.
100%.
Okay, that's fair.
100%. Because it was Friday when I got plasma donated last week, and I weighed 185. Yesterday, 180 flat.
180 flat.
I'm
5 pounds is kind of wild.
It might be a lot of water weight, because I also didn't drink as much water as I should have.
Okay. Yeah, you do actually drink quite a bit of water, though.
Because I drink about 90-something ounces a day.
That's impressive, to be honest.
So, yeah, because usually I'll drink one water bottle during work, and then while I'm working out, between sets, I'll, like, sip on it, because by the time I'm done,
it's all gone.
It's gone. So it's like it's an easy way to get my water in, but... Yeah, and then just seeing myself, I feel kind of flat, and then going back to the gym, I just felt super weak. Okay. So it kind of made me feel bad that
we're both procrastinating it off.
100%, yeah. But now that things are calming down a bit, now you can start coming back, because I've missed going with you.
I know, I do.
And
I don't know, there's different variables, because I do like hate the drive afterwards, because then I'm always stuck in rush hour.
That's fair.
Compared to like when I leave work at 4, I like can kind of beat it or get stuck in just the back end. But then when I leave the gym, usually I'm only in rush hour. So like I don't know. I do just need to get back into it because it's just driving. You just gotta deal with it.
Yeah, it is almost like it is hard. So I wouldn't say that it's not a valid excuse.
Yeah.
But it almost just seems like. It is an excuse.
Yeah, it is honestly an excuse. Cause
give me 1 second. We didn't turn the lights off. I'm going to turn the lights off, and we're going to see if... Because we usually rock it like this.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, no, we don't need to clap it in. That's totally fine.
All right.
I'll just leave it in. But yeah, it's just kind of like eliminating... What doesn't necessarily seem as an excuse, but kind of is.
Yeah.
But again, it really is like...
It's all, yeah, I'm like...
It's completely up to you.
as an excuse when it's like, I'm just trying to find a way to
get out of it.
Yeah. Which is not good on me.
Yeah, I live 3 minutes away from the gym, and I'll find it.
Yeah, I know, and then it's like once I leave, it's an hour, and I'm like, ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, but what did you do this weekend?
Let me tell you about my weekend.
Yeah?
You better buckle up, buddy.
Was that Red Fest, or
yeah,
it's called?
We went to the Red West Festival.
Okay.
Out in Salt Lake Fairgrounds. And so it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Dang.
So 3 days. Full of concerts. So then, right after work Friday, went over to my buddy's house, Dirty Dan. His name's Daniel, but rolls off the tongue as Dirty Dan. We pre-gamed there, and then we migrated over to the festival at like 4:30, and then we stayed there till 10. And the first night, let me tell you, I met myself a cutie.
Yeah?
She's cute. She's Canadian.
Okay.
But yeah, so like, you know, like when you're like in the movies, you like are walking and then like you see the people do a double take.
Yeah, you're right.
It was like one of those moments where me and her both did a double take, and then I left Dirty Dan that whole rest of the night, and then I hung out with her the rest of that night, And then I'm a sucker for swing dancing, so then I was swing dancing with her.
Okay.
And so then, yeah. And then the next day, it was like repeat. I go with Dirty Dan. I met up with the Canadian girl, then hung out with her the whole festival. But Saturday, you probably witnessed, it was like a complete rainstorm. Like,
it was terrible.
Yeah, so like they canceled the festival, and so then Saturday was in my opinion, the two biggest headliners that me and Dirty Dan wanted to see, which was Co Wetzel and Post Malone.
Oh, Post Malone.
And so then they canceled it, and trying to leave that venue during like the rainstorm and like tens of thousands of people leaving all at once trying to call Ubers, you didn't have service. Like,
oh wow.
So like it took me an hour to try to call an Uber, never showed up. So then in the end, me and the two Canadian girls were in a grocery store, and then I called my mom, who lives in Bountiful, to come pick us up and then take us back. Yeah.
So it was just you and two girls?
Yeah, and then after that, we dropped off her friend, and then me and the girl went over to Dirty Dan's house just to hang out with everybody that we went to the festival with.
Oh, that must have been a sight for your mom to be like, yeah, I'll come and get you. And then you're just like, these are my friends.
Yeah, these are my friends, two Canadian girls. Just met them, but...
Yeah.
And then Sunday, it was good. Went for the whole day. And... yeah, I spent way too much money at this festival, let me tell you.
Really?
Oh my goodness. Because I ended up with the VIP ticket.
Oh, wow.
Because the Canadian girls had VIP tickets, so I had to get the VIP ticket so I could...
Yeah.
But overall...
what you do for girls.
Exactly. But overall, phenomenal weekend. Probably my favorite weekend, one of my favorite weekends this whole summer.
All right.
Like, it was a phenomenal week, and met some amazing people, and had a fun time with everyone.
I'm glad to hear you had a good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that we both had
also
good weekends in our own...
what she looks like.
In our own right.
Just so you can see.
I do want to see, because... come on, son. Okay. Okay. Shoot. Man.
Well, okay, but on that note...
for you listeners, she looks Canadian, so that's all you need to know.
You can't tell who looks Canadian, who doesn't.
Yeah, it's called Big Jokes, my dude.
But with that tying in to like how much money I spent, trying to tie it into the first topic of today, which is... everyone tells you that the 20s are for you to like still be figuring it out or whatnot, but no one tells you how confusing it feels when everyone else seems ahead. So like with tying that in, I'm comparing it to my friend Dirty Dan, because he's a pilot. So he makes like significant...
he makes good money.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so then I'm tying that in because like he makes significantly more money, so where I just feel like he's a step ahead in the right direction compared to me, because then he also just barely bought a house. And so then like we're both the same age, but like seeing where he is and I am, it's like, oh, everyone tells you 20s are to figure it out, but it doesn't tell you actually like what you're supposed to be doing or like how to figure it out, or like...
yeah, it's like, oh, just figure out your life, but we're not gonna...
yeah, because each year it's like I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm making better moves than the year before and the year before, but I'm still like...
which
I feel like I'm just going slow compared to how fast Dirty Dan like went off.
It's funny that you actually bring that up, because it's almost like I've noticed on how lazy I've been recently and how much I've compared where my life is to everyone around me, because everyone I know, for the most part, is married, is like having kids or has had kids already, getting houses and all this stuff, and I'm just like, or they're like graduating with their degree, or they're going on these amazing trips. I'm like, dude, I've done nothing. I'm 24 years old. I decided school's not for me. I've done nothing. I feel like I've done nothing with my life.
No, you've moved out of your parents' house.
Only because I was forced to.
No, but that's
I guess it is a step.
Because then it taught you more money saving and like what to prioritize with your money.
Yeah.
And it's probably way better that you've moved out.
Oh, 100%.
Like mentally, and like you'd probably feel more like an adult and like going out into the real world.
That is definitely true. I feel like there was this one moment a couple years ago where I had a job where I was making, for somebody who is young, I was making 19 an hour, which isn't too bad. So I was making enough, and I, living with grandma, I paid 150 in rent. Like, I barely had bills. I paid for my car, my phone, barely rent, my food if I wanted to. I had like $1,500 a month I could save.
Yeah.
I saved nothing.
You're like, where did it go?
And then I kind of got to a point where I'm like, okay, now I actually have a good savings. I have this. And then my car had issues. And then there was more issues. And then my company, they were just doing terribly and had to lay off people. And I was the first one to go.
Oh, that's terrible.
So then I had like no savings. And then I got in credit card debt. And it just like threw me over the edge. But I'm back at a point where I'm making very like good money. Like, in compared to that, I'm like in the same situation, but I am paying more for rent. But I'm like, I need to take advantage of this, because I feel like a lot of people I know have savings accounts, have they're planning for the future. I feel like I was just like scraping by, but now I'm like, okay, I'm in a good position. My car's almost paid
your
off.
head's above the water.
Yeah,
like you're not drowning.
Especially with my car almost being paid off and my credit card almost being paid off. That's so much money. And then this next year when we move out, we're trying to find a new place to live with like more people, so then it'd be cheaper. So then that's more money to save.
Yeah, that's true.
So then it can kind of set me up, because in April I have to either re-sign the lease or leave, and we're leaving. But after that next year, I'm planning to live by myself, and I feel like that 1 year gives me enough time to be able to take advantage of the fact that like my car payment no longer goes towards my car, so that's an additional X amount of money. Yeah. So it kind of puts me in a really good position, but I struggle with comparing myself to everybody.
Well, it's because I do feel like, I don't know, I'm like definitely above a lot of people, but I'm still below so much others. And I don't know, I think the human mind, you always compare. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to like get yourself to just like be content with who you are and just work on yourself and not compare, because everyone else, like a lot of comparison does come from like social media or like online, but it's all a facade. You don't know how those, like, if those people are actually like doing good, or if they're just putting on a facade of like, oh, I have all this money, I'm traveling, like buying all this food and like going out to eat, but then it's like, oh, what if they're actually just using credit cards? Like, they're probably not at a better point. Yes, some are if they have a good paying job, but like,
but also those people, you only see a fraction of their life. Yeah. And from what you see, you think it's their entire life. So like these people who like go on, let's say they went on 3 trips this year to different countries. To you, it almost feels like, wow, they're going all the time. Yeah. They must be loaded. How do they have time with this? Oh, they're going to school, they're married, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, it's just like, that's what, 2 weeks per trip. That's like a little over like a month and a half of 12 months of their life that they're traveling, and we identify that as like, man, they gotta have a crazy life to like live like that. It reminds me of like the photo where it's like the person's in a wheelchair looking at the person who could walk, envious of them walking, but the person who's walking is envious of the person on the bike, and they're envious of the car, and the car's envious of the like, it just keeps going up and up and up. It's like, you could be in a really good position, but you may not see it, and somebody else could be looking at you and be like, man, I wish I was like that. I wish so many people probably are like, man, I wish I could be in your shoes and had like the ability to move out of my parents' house, or like, I wish I had enough money to do that, or like how you talked about like, oh, I want to travel to Asia in 2027. People are like, oh, that's not even like in my radar, like that's not even tangible, like there's no way I could even save that. I wish I was in your shoes, like but it's just like, I don't know, it's hard to like just ground yourself and be in the moment and actually like, oh, I make this, like I just barely did a budget with my parents to like figure out how to pay off all my debts in a timely manner, my loans, like my school, while also saving and investing, like more money management, because I was definitely like, I don't know, I spend more than I should with my friends, or like this festival, or like those all VIP these little tickets on with some Canadian. But then it's like it brought me to be more motivated about my life, because I have a plan. Well, it's funny because I started doing that too. I made a spreadsheet of all my bills, and once I know how much money I can save, and then doing the math of like, for instance, it's the bare minimum for me. It'll be like X amount, when I know that there's times where I could be making a couple hundred more than what I'm putting down. But knowing bare minimum, I could be having this much left over to save, and then it's like, wow, I could actually go on a trip a lot sooner than I thought, or I could build the savings up. So like, I know I'm okay, so if something doesn't fail. So like, when you do have that and you can see the plan, you do kind of get excited, because now all of a sudden you're like, wow, I now that I keep track of my money and every dollar has a name, you get like really excited about it.
So you don't want to spend it.
Yeah, because
like I realize how much I do spend, and like when I did my budget, I definitely put mine's like each paycheck is like just for like my fun or like my activities. I put like $600 each paycheck towards that. I'm like, wow, that's honestly quite a bit.
That is
each paycheck. That's just for like anticipated, because I do go out, or like towards like I honestly don't want to keep doing that. It's like I'd rather try to do the bare minimum and just like keep saving or paying off more of my debt so I can be like scot free.
Yeah.
Because I also want to like be prepared to like get married eventually, and I don't want to have any debt in my name when I do get married, or I want to have enough money for a down payment on a house, or like the next stepping stone. Well, like I don't want to burden someone else.
And especially because it's like me and you are both people who love and just like love that, the idea of just being loved by somebody. So I feel like it's a very attractive thing to know that you have your money as a priority, and you can handle it properly.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, it's just got me excited, because then it also makes me really excited for when I go to Japan and Korea, and how much money I can save, and how much money, you know, blah blah blah. I know that like even when I go, I still will have money saved up and all this stuff, and I just won't feel like, well, when I get back from that trip, I'm in survival mode. Like I got no money to spend. If something happens, I'm screwed. But it's like when I get back, like
you're like
I am
you're
fine.
already
I'm all
in a
set.
Good space.
Yeah. And it's funny that we're also talking about like comparison. On Friday, so I own the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Yeah. So I listened to the audiobook on Spotify because I forgot to bring it with me. And it's one of those things where, because I started listening to it, and I actually got further than I normally do, and I was just sitting there, you know, doing my plasma, just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
It kind of got me excited with the fact that I'm also budgeting, because I'm starting to like consciously tell myself, like, you know what? I shouldn't put energy into caring so much about those things.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm driving and all of a sudden like there's a crash and it makes me way late to work, I'm like, you know what? I'll just need to be more prepared tomorrow, just in case something like this happens. I can't control what's happening today.
Yeah.
Why stress about it? Because I'll be stressed for the duration of the drive, knowing there's nothing I can do to change it. Or like, if somebody said something that kind of bothered me, well, why do I need to repeat it in my head as if me doing that will change the outcome, when it's literally the past? It's already been said and done.
Well, and just off that note, like I forgot who I saw on TikTok say it, but she said like, oh, if I insulted you or whatnot in another language, it wouldn't even affect you, because you can't even understand it. Words have no meaning unless you put meaning to them. Because then if it's in English, you'll understand it, and then you'll dwell on it like, oh, why did that person say it? Is that true? Is it not? And you start doubting yourself or like criticizing yourself. But if it's like, if you put no meaning to the words, it won't mean nothing.
It means nothing, yeah. I
think that's such a good representation.
It really is, because people could say, like, I think it aligns with the fact that so many people seek external validation, and a lot of it comes with the fact that they put meaning to other people's words, when they should probably take that meaning and put it more to theirs. Be like, oh, if you want somebody to tell you look good, look in the mirror and tell yourself you look good, because in the end,
you'll believe it.
Well, you will, like, the more you do it. But like that one person that you may encounter when you go to the grocery store, there's a good chance you'll never see them again. So why do you care so much about how they perceive you? Because also there's a good chance they don't even notice that you're there. You're making this whole thing up of like, people are paying attention to me, like, when in all everybody reality, sees
everyone's
me.
only
focused on themselves.
No one is looking at other people.
So it's like, why do I care so much? So like it's a really good book. So I need to start reading it, because listening to it's really nice because I could do other things, but I feel like reading it helps it like cement a lot of the different things that's been said. Because other than like the main thing of, you just need to prioritize where you're putting your energy. And there's only like, let's say you only have 10 cares to give in a given day. Well, now knowing that once all those 10 cares are done, Like, let's say you could only really care about 10 things in your life, and once it's done, like, any opportunity that comes up, you can't accept it. Well, that kind of make you think, like, well, I gotta kind of be a bit frugal. Like,
frugal.
If that's affecting me negatively, why would I give my care over there when there could be something great down the line?
That's like, positive. That's gonna boost my.
Yeah. So it's like, it's helped me. And anytime something like that happens, I'll be like, this is something that, you know, doesn't require my energy, and I guarantee you later there'll be something that will, and it'll be more positive, and it'll kind of just like get me going more throughout the day. So yeah, good book so far. If you ever want to like read the paper copy, I'll bring it.
Okay.
Because I got a bunch of different self-help books, but this one I really, really enjoy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know, because I don't know, I drive a lot, so sometimes I do like audiobooks better.
Spotify. It's free on Spotify.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't think there's a limited duration to the book, because I've listened to like over an hour. And I think it's just maybe not. If anything, I have Audible as well. And that's one of those things where I might look into getting it on Audible, because I got a bunch of different books on there, but
okay,
that's a good book just to check out in general. So
well, that's fair. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, it's very mind-boggling, like trying to shift your mindset of like not comparing yourself to others, staying in the moment, and like I think that's almost one of the joys in life is no one knows the point of life. Like, you figure it out as you go, you grow as a human, you're like, every person is figuring it out.
It's like how you're saying you add meaning to words.
Yeah.
Life is only as meaningful as you make it, because it's your life.
Yeah.
So like,
and your life's different than other people, so what you find enjoyment
and what you value,
someone else might not.
So different. So I think that's why it's sad to see the internet be so big and affect so many people's lives. Because it clearly affects mine as well. But it's just like, it makes people believe that this is how they should live their life.
Yeah.
When in reality, you're robbing that person of how they actually want to live their life. Like, I'm glad I'm finding the things I'm interested in, like traveling and all that stuff, but it does make it hard when I see all these people and they're like, you know, perfect body, they travel all the time, they can, you know, I feel like they could do whatever they want, whenever they want, and it's just like, wow, that seems like the life. But then when you step back, you're like, those people work, they just work differently. There's like no way you can live the way you want to live without having a job, so it just depends on what job you have to get you going, like what vehicle you're taking.
Yeah. Because if your job's remote, technically you can travel and just work anywhere.
Yeah.
To like put on the facade, like the lifestyle.
But then it's also like, do you enjoy working the job you work? Like, even if you're in Bali for 2 weeks, well, 8 hours a day you're working.
Yeah.
So it's just like, is it like, because at some point you're going to be like, oh, I dread work, and you're working, and then it affects the rest of your day. So even if you're traveling,
it's
like, oh man, this,
because you're not really on vacation.
This was ruined because Yeah. So it's just, it really is hard, and that's why I'm like, I try my best to limit myself to how much social media exposure I have. So like
the screen time.
An hour and a half a day on Instagram is the most.
Okay.
Like, I try to do, because I have like this habit tracking app, and it'll like give you streaks, and it's almost like a game to continue to build the habits. But one of them is the social media, so I try to do that less. But also because I feel like the way they just how many things you see of women specifically on there, like, I don't feel like you could see a dude shirtless, but it doesn't necessarily paint that bad of a picture. But if you see a bunch of like half naked women, it kind of paints the thing of like, for girls, that's how you should be living your life. But then it also is like, I feel like because everybody's on it, everybody's so addicted to those photos, guy or girl. So it's one of those things of like, I want to stay as far away from that as possible, because I want to rewire my brain to think differently than the way like social media presents. Oh, this is how women should look, or this is how you should treat people, or whatnot. It's just like, so much of that comes up, and I feel like it just impacts so negatively, because like I'm on TikTok scrolling, and like I swear every 4 or 5 swipes, it's just like some girl who's barely dressed dancing. I'm just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, literally, what is happening?
Because that is half of like the social media content.
Yeah, and it's just so hard, because I'm like, what Like, and then there's just so much more negative stuff, like, aside from that come up, and I'm just like, I don't even know why I'm on here, because now it's just like, I'm allowing negative things to take up the space in my brain.
Yeah.
When I'm like, why do I don't care. Why am I even on, like, watching it?
You're like, this doesn't even affect me. I didn't even think about this beforehand. Why am I now thinking about this? Like, this doesn't benefit my life.
Yeah, and it's the whole thing of, like, as well, it kind of shapes in a way what you find attractive in women. So, like,
I think, yeah, it does, like, shift a lot
it's
of
just like, oh, well, this girl, she's actually, cute, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, the more you see things like that, the more you're like, oh, I kind of want a girl that looks like that, or, big butt, big boobs, wears revealing clothes, blah, 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 blah. But then reality, when you find those girls, they don't care about you.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, like, I don't know.
Would you, like, and also it's just like, would you be in a relationship with somebody, like, let's say, worst case scenario, they're like that, but their personality is dull. It's just like, well, are you actually attracted? Because now you're emotionally in distress, and it's just like, like, physical appearance only goes so far in terms of what you find attractive, because they could be the most gorgeous person in the world, but if they're rude,
yeah,
like,
because it's like, I don't know, I forget who said this as well, but it's like the physical attractiveness gets everyone's foot in the door or whatnot. Their attitude is what, like, keeps people, and then their personality is actually what, like, people want to marry, or like
lets you stay.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that, because a lot of people say that looks aren't everything, which they're not, but they are important, because if you don't find somebody attractive to you,
it won't be a healthy relationship,
because now you're like, well, you're really great, but I'm not physically attracted to you in that way.
Then it's more of a friend instead of, like, a relationship. Yeah,
where something could get more intimate and more emotional, and so I feel like it's just more focused on, like, the negative things. So I try. Sometimes I just doom scroll, but I really do try, because that aspect of my life in comparison is just not good. So
then. Yeah. Another topic that I wanted to get into a little bit was the power of saying no.
Okay.
It's like, in my opinion, it's super strong. It's hard to, like, master.
So hard.
Because, I don't know, people always, like, I will always want to say yes to everyone. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's so beneficial to, like, your own mind and self of, like, I want to say no because I don't want to do that. And why would I do that? Just to accommodate you, unless, like, with all different circumstances for everything.
Yeah.
But, like, why would I say yes and it's gonna, like, downstep me from, like, my goals or whatnot, just because I'm trying to accommodate and be a nice yes person or whatnot.
That's also funny that you say that, because that's also something I've been working on, because I've been told by many people I am a people pleaser, which can make me a doormat in certain situations.
Yeah.
And it is so hard to say no, because you can never tell how the other person's going to react.
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, let's go out, let's go get, food, whatever, let's hang out. If it's like, I really don't want to hang out with you tonight, I really don't want to go eat there, I don't want to spend money, you could tell them no, like, hey, sorry, I really just don't want to do that. I'm just gonna stay home. We could try another day if you want. Their reaction could be like, "Oh, that's totally fine," or like, "What? Why?" And that kind of make you feel bad.
It kind of shows them, like, how good of a friend they are, though, too. Because, like, if they, I don't know, I feel like my super close friends, like, if I say no, I can't or whatnot, they'll, like, they might give me shit or whatnot, but then they'll accept it and be like, yeah, you have your own life going on, I have mine, like, that's totally fine. But then I think the friends that only look out for themselves and don't really care about my true worth, they'll be like, why? Oh, am I not good enough? Oh, what's your other plan? Blah, 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 blah.
It kind of make you feel bad for saying no.
Like, they make you feel bad for saying no. It's like, I'm doing this for me, and you're making me feel guilted into this. And then if I do say yes, then I'm at a place that I don't want to be at. My attitude's not how I want my personality to be reflected, because I'm, like, already, like, in an annoyed state, or pissed off.
Yeah. I definitely.
I'm also getting into the mindset, and, like, I'm choosing me before everyone else.
Well, it's like I've been this long in my life where I haven't prioritized myself as much as I need to, and I can tell how it affects me.
Yeah.
So, like, saying no, as hard as it is, once you've said no, and the other
easier,
person's come to terms with the fact that you said no, it almost feels kind of good and like relieving.
Power.
You're like,
yeah,
I could do whatever the fuck I want to do,
and no one can.
And
tell me otherwise.
nobody can tell me, hey, no, you can't do that. It's just like, if I don't want to do that with you, or I don't want to do that, I'm going to tell you no, and I'm not going to do it.
Like if I don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a trip because I'm in the mindset of saving money or paying off debt or investing, it's like, sorry, I can't right now, but maybe in the future.
Yeah.
And then if they're like, oh, just use a credit card, it's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
like I don't even want to do this
terrible.
trip. You want to do this trip, and you just want someone to go with, even though you won't like.
Yeah.
You're not being
Or even just like, sometimes I feel like selfish. However, I also know that me putting me first in situations where I know like, hey, this is probably where I should put myself first.
Yeah, but there's
like how you were talking about. Like, I get it if. For your partner, you're like, you know what, we'll do what you like, we'll watch your movie, we'll kind of do this for you,
give and take,
blah blah blah. But if it's one of those things where it's just like, hey, we're gonna go out, blah blah blah, and you're just like, I really do not want to be there, and I can already tell just thinking about going is just pissing me off because I do not want to go.
Yeah,
that's one of those things of like, just don't go.
Yeah,
like just don't go. And I'm starting to do that more.
Well, then a lot of people get FOMO too, even though it's like, oh, I'm a little FOMO, like fear of missing out, like my friends are all there, they could be having fun.
I guess that's fair.
But then it's like when you do say yes after saying no, and you're like, I would have been content not coming.
Yeah, now you're almost saying yes for the other person, not for you.
Yeah.
So now you're like, why am I even here? Like I should have stayed at home. But I've noticed for me when I do say no, and I feel like great about it, and I could tell myself, like I could tell it's helping me a lot more mentally. I don't miss out on the things I've said no to.
Because you never even wanted to do that in the first place.
Because, I have zero desire to do whatever these people are asking me to do or whatnot. So if I'm telling you, no, like, I really am okay. And then they go, oh, we're blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, it looks so much fun. I'm like, I'm glad you guys are having fun. I am totally fine.
Yeah.
Staying at home, putting on a show, eating popcorn or ramen, like, whatever I want to do, like, good for you. But I'm not missing out.
Yeah, you're like, I'm content with how I spent my night.
Yeah.
Compared to just going out and spending all this money or going out and somehow getting into wrong situations or wrong circumstances.
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely think
it's a self-respect thing as well.
Because if you don't it almost is like, you could look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're worth everything. But if you start doing more things for other people than for yourself, and you can't just like almost put your foot down, then it's like, how do I actually value myself? How much is my time worth? Because again, in the end, you can never get back the time you spent.
Yeah.
And your life continues. So it's just like, do you want to be 80 years old and look back and be like, oh man, I should have gone on that trip? Or, oh man, like,
I'm glad I
didn't because it put me in a financially terrible spot by going, and by not going, oh man, like, it's just one of those things of, that's why I have the tattoo on my arm, live life to the fullest, because I want to live every day where I know that the decisions I'm making are going to benefit me positively. So when I look back on my life, when I'm talking to my grandchildren and we're having family get-togethers and stuff, I get to all these stories about how like glad I lived the life I lived, and where I'm at that point in my life as a grandparent or a parent or whatever, like I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy with the decisions that I've made, because I've, as a guy, I grew a pair of balls and stood up for the things that I did/didn't want to do, and also being okay with doing things by yourself. Because if you're willing, if you're gonna say no to things you don't want to do, that also means people could say no to doing things that they don't want to do with you. Yeah. So you got to be okay with the fact that, if I'm going to be saying no to people by doing things and whatnot, I also got to be okay, if they don't want to go, I still just got to commit. Yeah. That's fine that you don't want to go. I'll go by myself and do it because, again, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. But then I think it is good because it's like, I don't know, it's how we talked about earlier, like it is selfish at some points, but not selfish. But it is also just like, you're setting up boundaries for you as a human that you will accept and will not accept. And if someone does something, you say, no, that is not okay. Like, if I told you I can't do this, or I don't want to do this, or I don't like blah, 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 and they overstep, or like, it's like, hey, this is my boundary. Like, you need to respect me as your friend, or like as your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband, wife, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
If you don't even respect that, like, we kind of have a problem, because you don't even respect my boundaries I put in place to like say, no, I will not be going to like that establishment, or like getting myself into that circumstance or situation that would not benefit me or my relationship. Like, you need to respect, like, I don't want to do that, and I respect another person, so that is a hard boundary. Do not overstep. Like, no.
Yeah, and it almost makes it seem like if they're willing to respond in a way that's like they're trying to convince you,
Yeah.
it seems like they actually don't care about you as much as you, like, they lead you to believe. Because if they're not going to take your answer as the answer, they care more about how they feel and their opinion and their view and like their, you know, everything about that specific thing over how you feel.
Yeah.
So it's like, you could say, like, I really just don't want to go. I could tell personally for me it's going to be boring. Oh, well, why not? Like, you won't go for me?
Yeah.
It's like,
they try to guilt you.
Clearly you don't care that I don't want to go, and you like only want me to go because that's what you want. So it really is just like,
everyone has their own secret agenda.
yeah, it kind of does show true colors when people start acting that way and they're not very respectful of it. And I feel like that's why I like to try my best to be super respectful about those things, because again, I can't control how people are, but I want people to treat me the way
That
I
you
treat
treat
other
them.
people.
Yeah.
So if I'm, you know, gonna bite my tongue and I'm gonna do these things like and be nice, even if you're rude to me, or, you know, come to terms with, okay, you know, you don't want to do that, that's fine. I definitely hope in return people start to treat me with the same level of respect, because if they don't, then it almost is like, does that person deserve to be in my life if they're not willing to treat me with the level of respect that I continue to treat them?
Yeah.
Because it seems like then they're taking advantage of, you know, the way I treat them, and they just feel like they could walk all over me. But then at that point you put your foot down and be like, no, like, I'm done. I don't think you really need to be in my life anymore at this point, because you have taken advantage of my kindness and the person I am.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I really don't think I need you if you're going to be treating me that way.
yeah, because some people are givers, some people are takers. And like, takers will continuously take from the givers until the givers have a boundary and like, hey, like, you're not reciprocating like this relationship. Like, I keep giving more, and almost a people pleaser of like always saying yes, blah, 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 but when I need your help, or in a circumstance you aren't there to help me, it's like, this, you're abusing my friendship or whatnot. Like, I'm kindly gonna step away until you show me the human decency of like reciprocating some of this energy.
It's like, if you want back in my life and to be how we are, like, you need to work for it, because at this point it doesn't seem like you are.
Yeah.
And it's hard, because I feel like half the time those givers also become almost like mindless and like nothing,
Because their energy just
they
gets
get to a
drained.
point where it's just like, whatever, I'll do whatever for you if you just shut up. Like, I don't want to hear you complain. If that's what it takes to, you know, if doing whatever you want is what it takes to get you to not complain anymore, I'll do it. And at that point,
they're not good in your life.
They're kind of at the mercy, and like, there's not much you can do. So it is hard. So it's like, but it also is really hard to kind of put that boundary of, do I really kind of want this type of people in my life, or that specific person? Because, like, let's say you grew up with somebody and they were really close, but then you could tell they kind of started taking advantage of your friendship and your hospitality. At that point, you're like, it's really hard to say, like, to step away and be like, you know what?
Because it's not that hard. Like, if I go to my friend's house, I will always knock before I enter.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is a knock and then I enter on my own, but just acknowledging like, hey,
I'm coming in.
Or if they have drinks or food, I ask before just taking, because it's a respect thing. Like, if I had someone in my house, I want them to ask like, hey, can I get do you have any drinks? Or like, hey, can I get something to eat? I'm hungry. But if I just look over and they're just like stuffing their face in my pantry with all of my food, or like opening any drink in my fridge, it's like, I get the ick, and then I'm like, you don't respect me as someone, because you're just like overstepping my boundary of just doing whatever you want in my house, my home.
It's like, I'm not your mother.
Yeah. Or it's like they're just a toddler doing whatever they want, thinking there's no repercussions, but it's like, respect me, respect my house, because it is like a part of me.
Yeah.
Like, don't like it's just a respect thing.
I'm super uncomfortable. Like, even if people are like, yeah, no, whenever you come over, have out whatever you want in the pantry or the fridge, I can't do it. I'm always like hanging out. Oh, hey man, can I get like a glass of water? Even though I could totally like get a glass. So like, oh yeah, let me get you a glass. I'm like, thank you so much. Like, yeah, no, just help yourself. And then,
usually a good workaround for that I do is usually I'm like, instead of asking for a glass of water, I'm like, oh, which cupboard is your glass in for a cup of water? Like, so then it's like not like so weird, like sitting down, like, hey, can I get a glass of water?
I've never thought of it as weird. It's just one of those things of like,
it's just slightly like awkward.
It's just like, because I'm not comfortable doing that.
Like, not that.
Or like, man, like, could I get? Is there something I can eat? Like, I'm kind of hungry, and they're like, yeah, no, whatever. And then they give you something, and they're like, yeah, no, if you're still hungry, like, have at whatever you want. And then I'll sit there, I'll finish eating, and I'm like, man, I'm so starving. And then I'll kind of sit there and be like, hey, does anybody want snacks? I'm like trying to see who wants it. And then like typically I'll find one friend. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, like, guys, we're both gonna go up there and get some snacks. So I'm not doing it by myself.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
but you have to do it in moderation.
Oh, 100%.
Like if I had like a full, I don't know, like family-sized bag of, let's just say Doritos hypothetically, and like, oh yeah, have some, like, I don't expect you to eat the whole bag in one sitting.
Yeah, that
like, I would like, whoa, like you just went all in. Like, yes, like, you could have whatever you want, but like, I didn't expect you to just ravish and pillage my whole.
I think
pantry.
the things when they come in big bags like that, yeah, obviously you take a few,
but like in moderation.
But like growing up,
some.
when they have like the boxes of assorted like chips.
Yeah,
I'll take like 3-4 bags because there's still a whole box in there, or like fruit snacks or whatever. Like, I'm gonna have a handful of fruit snacks. Because you still have 500 of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like finding that boundary, and unfortunately some people like
they just don't have it.
Cross that, but
people don't respect a lot of people because they just live in their own lives in their own head thinking they're the main character, but everyone's the main character in their own lives.
Yeah, because your life is your own story, and it's not fair to put somebody else as like the main character of your story. Like,
yeah, why would I want to put you as the main character in my story? I'd rather like do what I want to do.
It's like you're writing a book from the perspective of somebody who's viewing the hero getting everything they want, and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna write myself living a miserable life and doing this while, you know, I really help this person out. And question, so based on the whole thing in regards to like, because I know another one of your topics was, let me read exactly what the prompt was. It was why we outgrow people. And before we head into that, what is your, let's say, the max amount of crap you'll put up with somebody before you almost are like, you know what? Like, I'm done. I'm tired of like the relationship or the situation that we have, and almost kind of just like take a step and walk away for the better of you. It's like, what's the most you deal with?
In all reality, it's actually kind of bad. Like, I will accept a lot of shit and crap just because, like, I don't know, like, I can forgive and forget pretty, like,
it's
rapidly.
Me too.
To where it's like, but then I think it gets to the point to where it's like, I don't know, like with some friends, like if I reach out, let's just say hypothetically 7-10 times, and you've bailed on me every time, I'm not reaching out to you again. Like, you reach out to me.
Yeah.
Or when it comes to like relationships, it's like after a while of like going on dates or canceling plans or like not texting back, it's like after a certain amount of time I'm like, all right, well, you're obviously not into me or whatnot, like,
yeah.
But I don't know, I do, like, I don't know, especially with my close friends, I think I struggle with like trying to separate, like, oh, you're not good in my life, X-nay, because it's like I'm just a part of a big friend group, so I'm like, I can't really X-nay one out of the bigger group.
But it's more of like, if you could tell that in that big group, if some of you all kind of hang out on your own, then it's like, well, I don't really want to hang out with you guys just because of this specific person. So you can always like...
But then there's always group settings, and it's like, I'm not going to go...
I guess that's fair.
...to like one of my friends' birthdays, like party or dinners, just because that person's going to be there. But I can definitely step more to the side and not socialize.
You don't really have to interact with them as much, but also it's just like, if they end up reaching out to you to like, hey, like... We don't talk as much as we used to. Yeah, it's because there's a reason.
Yeah. But I don't know. I do definitely like accept more than I should, just because I can. But then it's also my mindset is like, oh, was I overreacting in these circumstances of like,
Yeah.
oh, expecting them to respond to my text in a timely manner when like everyone has their own lives going on. People are busy.
Yeah.
Things come up. Something happens. Like, and was I over putting them like into a situation like, oh, why would you do that to me? Like when it's like in all reality, they just also have their own life going on to where it's like everyone's in different stages.
Yeah. That's totally fair. I feel like there's definitely a level of crap that you should be able to tolerate because, again, I feel like people change, you change, I change, and stuff like that. So, I mean, cutting them off based off of like one mistake, I feel like is hard. For me, I mean, I put up with way more than I need to in my life with everybody. But I like to try and like, you know what? Like, yes, they made that issue. If I vocalize to the fact that I don't appreciate the way that they were, like, yeah, I'll definitely give them like 1 or 2 more chances to correct it, because at that point, it's just like, you know what, if you're not going to change and you're going to do this again, like, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just going to distance myself. Like, I don't want you in my life for that, because I get to a point where I get so frustrated that I have no fear when it comes to like saying certain things to people.
Especially when people cross like a hard line of mine.
Yeah.
Like, I will tell them straight up right off the bat, like, hey, do not do that to me. Like, I respect myself enough to not tolerate that.
Yeah.
And if they do it again, then it's like, that's a hard line. I'm like, yo, shut up, get out of my house. Like,
it's like, I already told you once. So if you actually valued me at all, then you would
change.
been more mindful and
to
made
an extent, though.
It's like, if you're making the best effort you can to adapt to that, right? It's like, I'm not telling you to change who you are as a person, but it's like, if I know the way you react to certain things or the way you do stuff, like, is rude and like hurts my feelings, if I could tell you're actively trying to do your best, and sometimes you have slip-ups, but you're doing your best, it's like, you know what? I could tell you're thinking about what I told you. So at that point, I'm like, I'm not really upset anymore, because I could tell you actually care enough to try and make the changes, even if it's not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just, again, knowing that those expectations, you can't have them super high, because not everything will go the way you plan. But if you could tell that they're making the effort to make those changes, then I feel like I don't know, that's pretty good to give them a chance and stuff.
I think it is also just self-respect to like not tolerate as much, because everyone's going in different places in life or different stages. So it's like, hey, I know you're like busy or whatnot, and people that try to make an effort is like, goes such a long way.
Yeah.
Like, once it's one-sided, then I don't know. That's when it's like, you're not good in my life, I'm not good in yours, because obviously you don't want me in your life because you're not putting forth an effort.
Yeah.
X-nay.
So why do you think over time we as people tend to outgrow those in our life? Like how you had specific best friends growing up, and like you may not have them anymore, you may not talk to them anymore. Like when you're in a relationship, why all of a sudden, like, do you feel like that feeling for them kind of fades as you move along in life, and then it just doesn't feel like, you know, anything's the same?
I think probably the biggest ones are like interests, goals, and dreams.
Okay.
Differ, like, or don't align anymore. Like my childhood friends, like, our interests and like how we're navigating and what we're doing for a living and what our hobbies or whatnot, they don't align anymore. So it's like, we can all still get together and go to dinner and it'd be good to catch up, but it's like we all have drastically different lives. We all live somewhere else, like in different states. But then like dreams or goals, like, I don't know, some people like want to get into singing or like artists or like hiking or horseback riding or like all these different things. So if they don't interest you, then you just find new friend groups that actually align with your core values and interests and dreams.
Fair enough, because I've noticed, like, I think the like, I've known people for a long time, but I feel like my closest friend right now, I only have one closest friend, because again, it's to the point where like as much as I do value who used to be my best friends and like who I used to be really close with, again, everybody's married, everybody's having kids, everybody's pursuing their career and go like school and stuff. So it's like, I don't value you less, but the amount of effort I'm going to put into, you know, trying to spend time with you isn't going to be as much, just because like I can tell our values are different. I could tell like, you know, our dreams and our goals are different.
Like, oh, you're busy, and with your free time, you're gonna do these things instead.
So it's kind of hard to make it happen.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't care about you anymore, but it's just like where I put you on a rank of priorities, it may not be as high anymore, just because your priorities also shifted.
Yeah, and then this other person's did align with mine, so now I'm gonna hang out with them more and like.
Yeah.
And then that friendship.
Because it's like my buddy Tate and his wife Abby. I love them to death because I was actually friends with Abby before they got married. So it was like nice to see like two friends that I knew, you know, come together and have a relationship, get married and whatnot. It's really nice because it's like I know he's super busy, and he's the type of person that doesn't really text much anyways. So like I don't expect much from him.
Yeah.
But like Abby's always texting me to check in. Hey, we need to get together sometime. Like whenever, blah blah blah. They just had a baby. He literally texted me a few days after they had the kid, sent me a picture telling me everything about the kid. Like, oh, we just got home from the hospital. I'm like, man, I feel
good,
valued because you just had a kid
and you just
got home and you texted me. So it's like, I know that their life can be busy, but the fact that they make that effort shows that, like, you know what, our lives are drastically different, but I'm still huge in their life as they are in mine.
Well, and I think the best friends are when you can go months or years without seeing each other, and the second you see each other again, it's like
nothing ever happened. It's like I just saw you yesterday.
Like it's still just that like banter, good friend, good vibe, where it's like you are a real friend because you don't get mad if I don't reach out because our lives are busier, and I don't get mad that you don't reach out, and when we do reach out, it's not a hostile like, oh, you haven't hit me up in forever. Like, oh,
it's like, dude, we need to see each other. Like, it's been too long.
This was great. Like, let's do it again.
Yeah,
those are the best friendships.
Yeah,
then there's no obligation. There's no.
That's the one I got. Yeah. So it's really nice. I wish I had more friends, but I'm also not in a position where I put myself in social situations because I spend most of my time. I'll go to work, I'll come home, I'll go to the gym, I'll come back home, and I'll hang out with Liz and Arlo. And that's really it. I don't ever go
to the Western.
I don't ever go and hang out. I'm okay. I'm not. I've been there once. I don't care to learn to line dance, swing dance, whatever.
It's not for everyone.
No. And yeah, so it's not for me. I'd like to go out and do certain events, like if it's, I have no idea, different things to meet people to make more friends, because currently I have none. So it kind of is hard, and a lot of my friends stem from Liz. So like I got a buddy named Gavin. His girlfriend is Liz's best friend.
Yeah.
I have a buddy named Caleb. Caleb knows Liz through school, so it's just kind of like a lot of the friends I'm making, which aren't bad, and I value them all. It's just like my only real connection is through Liz. Yeah. So it's kind of hard, because then at that point I'm limited.
Yeah.
It's like, where can I make like friends that will kind of value the same thing
hobbies
as me?
That you like the hobby, start a hobby that you like and enjoy. Meet people that do the similar things.
I guess that's fair, but it's like those hobbies will require money.
Yeah, that's true.
And time that I'm like, once I get everything kind of settled right now, I could make the time for it, because I'm trying to like set days aside for myself and do all that stuff. But yeah, it is really nice to have kind of those people, but also like understand, you know, everyone's gonna kind of drift away due to time. Like you were saying, your dreams change, your goals change, values change. It's not that they're a terrible person, but it's just like, what once was like you guys aligned perfectly. It's like, well, now I look at, you know, I want to start a family, but I want to travel. It's like, oh, now all of a sudden you're spewing. It's like, I want to have kids, get a house, but not. Well, I want to save my money. Travel, you know, I'll still live in an apartment, travel, have fun. You know, blah 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 blah. Now you're at two completely different paths, which is fine. Yeah. But it's just like, it does unfortunately tend to cause people to drift apart. So it's just like learning to be okay with the fact that that's typically what happens. Yeah. So. pretty good topics for today.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Getting a little philosophical,
Yeah,
getting
a little
talking and stuff like that. So
psychological as well. Got it all.
yeah.
But thank you for watching today's episode. If you're watching on one of our podcast platforms, give us a like, give us a follow. We would really appreciate it.
Yes. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. The question that we're going to do for this week is, what is one specific boundary that if someone crosses, like, that's the end of the line for that specific thing? Like if somebody calls you a name, or somebody, talks bad about someone in your life, like what's one specific thing that will just set you over the edge before, like, you say, hey, you know what, I'm done, and you kind of put your foot down. So we're going to put that on Instagram definitely Friday when you guys see this video, and we'll probably re-put it up, I'd say halfway through the next week, so if you didn't have a chance to see it, you definitely will. But thank you so much for tuning into this episode. It was a blast, and we'll catch you next week.
Have a good one.
Much love.